Like they got on social media or YouTube or YouTube. They were showing trucks of Walmart, fleets and fleets, man, 50-something trucks, and that's at that time you saw them going straight down into a mountain.
Well, hell, wasn't they pulling out all of the stuff out of a bunch of Walmarts? That doesn't necessarily mean that Walmart is closing down. They could be taking that stuff, to, like you said, to store it somewhere.
Right.
You know, just to speculate.
Right. All they do is write it off. Go ahead.
Yeah, let me answer that. Yeah, just to hop on that point, and in Missouri, in Ozark, Missouri, which is basically like the middle of America, if you will, they have what they call, you Google the new White House, and what the new White House is basically a whole underground city at that location, and at that location, it's like it's supposed to be like the biggest house ever built, allegedly. But it's built with like military grade walls or whatnot that can withstand tornadoes, supposedly nuclear missiles, and what else, earthquakes, and all this other bullshit. Because, you know, basically the higher ups, they know what time it is. They know something is up. You know what I'm saying?
You know what movie shows you that? Deep Impact. With Deep Impact, they wasn't taking regular common people that and hiding them, you know, to save them. They were taking the so-called people that were prestige in that habitation, or whatever you want to call it, in the country. Yep. They were taking the people that was the pristine people. They were taking the doctors and the lawyers and people that can benefit to their so-called new world that they were going to establish after they survived that impact. Right. But guess what? You ain't gonna be able to have hide behind military grade walls in that day. And the scriptures say that over 200 million missiles is gonna decimate this place.
Right.
Well, what is that? Isaiah the 31st chapter. That's break up the line of confusion. Those missiles is going to impact so hard to the point where it's going to destroy miles and miles and miles under the earth, man. To the point where all of the foundation of America is completely broken up. So anything that's hid underneath the ground is gonna be brought to ruins.
The real elites aren't even in here. They're not. They left. They're gone.
Here go another thing. 1 second. This is one thing that movie 2012 showed you, the dignitaries that they were taking. You had to have a certain amount of money. Basically, you had to have some money to get on those so-called arcs in the movie 2012. You had to have the bread. I guess
that's right.
It was, and they telling you what they're doing, man. Because these are, because they try to make it like it with the flood, but we know it's the fire that's gonna be destroying America and certain parts of the world. But they trying to say water again. So the dignitaries in there, it's just saying that, look, we're gonna take these niggas, we're gonna take everybody out, and we're gonna bring all the people that have some type of status in this world. I mean, at least don't give a damn, but still, you know, they're gonna start picking themselves off. Because you know, Esau can't. It's gonna be wars and shit with his own people if they had the opportunity to do that. So it will be nobody in there. They don't have the technology for the nuke. They gonna send it on his cousin that's in Iran, because they done took over Iran. I mean, look, the Most High is not about to let none of that happen. And then they got down in the Arctic, or the Antarctica, they got like specimens and all cells of all animals on Earth, or beings. It's everything that's down there stored in Antarctica. Because why? They know that fire is gonna hit, and that's a cold place, cooler place. So if it warm up a little bit, it's just gonna warm up a little bit more. It's just a little bit. If anything, America get blown up, because that heat's gonna be. Have you ever had a bonfire, and you felt it, like down that way? So you should think this big old place, what's gonna be ignited by thermonuclear destruction, is what's gonna do to certain countries or certain rivers, or warm up rivers and waters in the ocean. Go ahead, you got something to say?
I fell asleep last night. You know, I was drinking a little bit.
You got to.
And I fell asleep with some French fries in the oven.
No.
And I woke up, man, and them French fries were they turned into
crisp.
Yeah, man, what is that stuff called? Charcoal?
Yeah.
You know, like you can take your fingers and just crush them, man.
It dehydrated everything that was in the moisture that was in those French fries. So it withdrew everything out of there. You got your scripture?
Yeah. You ain't nothing but a small fry.
That's it. That's why he look at us like ants and insects. You ain't nothing, like you said, a small fry. Go ahead, brother.
This is James chapter 5, verse 1. Go to now, ye rich men, weep and howl for your miseries that shall come upon you. Your riches are corrupted, and your garments moth-rit. Your gold and silver is cankered. When you look up that word cankered, it means pretty much. Let me get out. I just had it. Because it means basically it's corroded. That's what it means, and that's what the brother was talking about with the so-called market of the United States. This damn dollar that they have, you know, their money is corrupted and it's it's corroded, you know, it's deteriorating.
All right, like you get a canker sore in your mouth, you know.
It says, your gold and silver is cankered, and the rest of them shall be a witness against you. All right, and shall eat your flesh as it were fire. Ye have heaped treasures together for the last days. Behold, the hire of the laborers which have reaped down your fields, which is of you, kept back by fraud, crieth. You know, and that's what we're out here talking about. We're out here crying for the abominations and that be done thereof. You know, as far as pertaining to this economic system, the collapse of it, the fraud of this system, the